welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me this week. I've got the Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading for you. Very simple. Pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a Psychic Tarot interpretation for you. You can have more than one number if you would like. Let's go to the board now and get this party started. Okay, so number 1, we're doing number 1, and I'm closing my eyes, and the first thing I see is a row of pearls around a woman's neck. This suggests pearls of wisdom, so it could be you speaking, giving out wisdom, or it alternatively might be something that you hear from another person, which is particularly salient or wise for your situation, your current situation. Okay, now I also see like 2 skyscrapers rising from rubble. This suggests that something that was sort of cleared the decks, flattened everything in the land, it might have been a bit painful in the past, and something good is coming out of that now, and there are 2 new structures being built in your mind. It's a bit like the Twin Towers in New York. You know, they were bombed and there was just a terrible thing it was, and it's like they're rising up again, these Twin Towers out of the rubble. And so you may have new ideas that are now being, or very soon you're going to give birth to. Okay, construction is about construction of projects, plans, strategies. It's what goes on in your mind. This is weird. I see a tree. It's in the shape of a Y. So again, it's 2. There's a trunk and then 2 main branches coming off the one trunk. And this is also about something where there's a choice of 2, but they all go back to the one trunk. So there might be 2 arms or 2 aspects to something. The card that comes out is the Wheel of Fortune card. Okay, I'm getting a very sort of karmic feeling around this. It's like whatever it was destined to happen, and you couldn't, in some sense, you couldn't avoid it. However, it's karmic, and it's karmic also that you're going to be rebuilding back. The Wheel of Fortune is turning now. You've been at the bottom here, and now it's about to go up, okay? You're going anti-clockwise like the zodiac wheel. Okay, so now things are taking a better turn. It's a major arcana card. It's fairly important. Why is that crooked? I set it up. You can see that little bit of Virgoan in me. I set it up and it's crooked. I don't know. Number 2. Number 2, what do I see? Elk, deer, those sort of, reindeer, herding wild animals. I can hear them thundering, buffalo, thundering across the plain. Oh, prehistoric, going back to earlier times. This is about getting in touch with your instincts. If you pick card number 2, they're your ancient instincts. It's not so much intuition, and it's below the level of conscious thinking. So it's not things that you're necessarily thinking about. It's much deeper than that. It's just about getting in touch with your body and appreciating the mind-body connection and the relationship between that and your instincts, okay? Flight or fright response. And then be aware of it, because we've all got it. And then your thinking is another layer on top of that. The card that comes out is the Emperor card. It's about taking control of a situation, and sometimes it's appropriate to do that. This is a major arcana card. It's pretty common. It doesn't, it's pretty important is what I'm trying to say. It's not a card that comes out a lot. I rarely draw this. Months and months will go past. The fact that it's coming up now suggests that you may be dealing with an authority type figure who is laying down the law. Some people like that because they want to know what the laws are so they can stay within the law and they actually feel safe and comfortable. That's the upside. The downside is that you might have a sense of losing your freedom in some respect. I feel like now, even though this is pick a card for this week, I feel like because it's major arcana especially, it's fairly important, and that something over the next few months we're going to see more authoritarianism. We're going to see attempts by authoritarians to take control again. I'm not ultimately worried about that, like in the long run, the long term. But just, watch where anybody tries to usurp your rights or take away, especially if you're a woman, because this is a masculine energy. This is a patriarchy. And if somebody's trying to usurp your right, you want to vote them out of office, for sure. Don't forget, and don't get sucked in by, their fake promises, because they lie. Okay, number three, what do I see? Number 3, okay, oxygen. Somebody's taking all the oxygen. Again, this can refer to this situation in number 2, where the normal news might not get out because they're concentrating on just, the media is concentrating just on 1 or 2 stories. And they're taking all the oxygen. But I do see somebody, a woman here with oxygen. So that suggests to me that take it easy, don't do too much, or try to do too much, okay? Let's see what card we get. The card that comes up is the 9 of Wands. That fits quite well, actually, because this is about feeling tired. And it's like almost at the end of a situation, but you have to keep on going, and action still needs to be taken, but it's almost over. And so it could be that you were very motivated about something at some point, but you're running out of steam for it now. And you're almost at the end. Don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing. You'll get there, okay? Take as many breaks as you need in order to finish the job. Number 4. Card number 4, what do I see? The push bike song. You look you look so happy, is it? As you were riding along, sing the song. Yeah, that song, the push bike song. And instead of being on a push bike, this person's on a unicycle. So it's a bit awkward, and it's like, yeah, you're making progress, but there's a sense of being on your own and doing something by yourself, and it's a bit awkward or it's hard to master, but you are making progress, okay? The card that comes up is the King of Pentacles. It's about your money, and it's about enjoying the rewards of what you've worked for, okay? Here's the harvest here. Time to enjoy the harvest of, what you've achieved so far in life. Maybe you can have a bit of a break, but you may need to go on the break by yourself, okay? Because it's like a sense of being alone. This purple aubergine colour, it's the third eye, so there's a lot of intuition here. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is very astute in business, very good with money. You may meet someone like this who gives you some good advice about your finances or possessions, or alternatively, you may get this out of yourself. If you go down deep enough, you can find this royal energy that is associated with money and certainly attracts money to you. So that's good news. You see, he's got gold over his shoulder here. It's a very high vibration, and it's also about using money wisely and using it in an appropriate and ethical manner. So it doesn't usually sort of include things like cryptocurrency, for example, which is extremely volatile and is often associated with scams. This is not a scammy energy. This is an energy through even good luck sometimes, but mostly through work, through planning, through being smart with your money, taking a few risks along the way in an ethical manner. But try to enjoy the harvest of what you've worked for, okay, with that one. Card number 5. Card number 5. What do I see? And I'll close my eyes now. Oh, it's like I'm in ancient Rome or perhaps Athens. It's in ancient times, and the goddesses are here. The statues of the goddesses I can see, and Athena, Diana, and even Apollo. So, you know, this sense of antiquity around me, and something from the way distant past could come up. But again, it's a high vibration, so it could help you. Let's have a look and see what we get. The card is Temperance. This is about all things in balance, okay? Finding balance in your life, not going overboard, seeking equilibrium. And you might need to weigh up some things, you know, and sometimes it's a bit like, you know, if you have a pendulum and it swings back and forward, you may need to swing back and forward on an issue to find the middle ground. Sometimes compromise is involved, but ultimately it's about achieving a balance. So even if there is some compromise that you may not like initially, for the greater good, it might be appropriate. Okay, a lot of red action to be taken when you find the balance. Don't go too soon like an Aries. Be more like a Libra than an Aries with this one. And think about everything first before you act. So there could be some sort of feeling of wanting to do it too quickly. Okay, slow down and think. All right, so we have 3 major arcana and a royal. So this is likely to be a very significant week. If you follow me, you'll know that it's rare for 3 major arcana to come up in a 5-card spread, and with a royal gives an extra little push of energy as well. And so you could be making some very important life decisions over the next few months. Okay, so we're in October now. Between now and the end of the year, it's almost like you could be picking the direction of your life going into 2024 and beyond. So I would maybe jot this down, knowing that all things change. Be aware that some people will seek to control you, and it's important for you to be in control of your life and to find balance in your life, you know, between all things. You know, money is a part of it too, and be cautious that you don't tire yourself out or become exhausted because you're nearly at the end of something major. Alrighty, so that's it, one and all. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope this makes sense to you anyway. And leave a like or a comment. That would be fabulous. But mostly and importantly, have a wonderful week, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.